K. Judah roars against Christianity.
He is 6 feet 4 inches tall. He is maybe one shade lighter than me. Wow. He has green eyes. He has the longest bridge you have ever seen on a human being. This right here is probably that long. It's really, really long. And his eyebrows almost come together like one. He has long, light brown hair, not golden brown, but like brown, but light brown. And it stops right above his shoulders. I didn't see the back of his hair, but the sides stop right above his shoulders, and it's curly.
Wow.
Not super curly, but it's curly.
Yes.
He barrel chested. Got a thick chest like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And wow. And the Bible says he's comely. Or they think he comely. When I saw him, he was the most handsome thing. Oh, he got a chin strap.
Wow.
He got the beard to come all the way around his mouth.
Big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. I told y'all, this the time of great deception. Yahshua warned us about the time in the last days. This is the time of great deception. What did he tell you? He said the first thing on the list, let no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name. What is his name that people come in? They come in the name of Jesus. He said many shall come in my name and should deceive many. How are many people being deceived? By Christianity and by the name Jesus. What do I mean? They come in his name, but inwardly they are raving wolves. They act like they spreading the gospel, but they lying on the gospel. They act like they seeing visions and having dreams, but they lying within the vision and the dream. So this woman saw Jesus, and when she saw him, he have light brown hair, which the Bible don't say that. He had greenish blue eyes, the Bible don't support that. And this is what this woman described Jesus looking like, which is the same picture that they gave us in the Renaissance period. So did the Lord need to give you a dream and a vision for a lie? Did the Lord need to show you his face, his eyes, his hair, just so we can know that he's still a white man? Which the Bible don't ever say nothing about no light brown hair, no greenish blue eyes, and he's not your color, sister. But this is what the world falling for. Because what do your brother always say? Anything to do besides a melanated, dark-skinned man. So in the comic section, everybody going crazy because she described a white man. This has even made white people feel even better. So the picture that they gave us is the truth. So they gonna disregard all the whitewashing. They gonna disregard CJ Boy Jail being a real man. They gonna disregard that they even made a TV show called The Boy Jails exposing this family. This woman is lying. Every time somebody go to hell, they always black. Y'all ever notice that? They always saying Biggie. They always saying Tupac. They always saying Michael Jackson. They always seeing somebody they look like us. But they don't never see the Rothschilds. They don't never see the Queen of England. They don't never see nobody who was in the Bilderberg family. They don't see no Ku Klux Klan members. They don't see no racist police. They don't see nobody from the DuPont family. They don't see nobody who was wicked upon the earth, who perpetrated fraud. They only see black people. Have y'all ever noticed that? That everybody that go to hell is black, not white. No cops in hell who just killed black people. No Ku Klux Klan members who was bombing people back in the day. They not in there. The people who did Black Wall Street, they not in hell, y'all. All this racist Caucasian people, they not in hell when they die. Only Negroes. Make it make sense to KJ. I want y'all to hear this other video when this woman gonna break down again what Jesus looked like. Look at what this woman about to say, family. I'll be back.
Now let's talk about Jesus for a moment.
Yes.
That's what I really want to talk about.
About our Savior, my Lord.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you said you saw him multiple times?
Mm-hmm.
What did he look like? Can you describe Jesus to everybody?
Have you ever seen the woman? Her name is she used to be, she was 2 or 3. Her name was Akian. Have you ever heard of her?
I've seen that painting you're referring to, right?
And Jesus. Listen, I'm 5'11", barefoot. Jesus is 6 foot 4 inches tall. He's barrel chested, like he has a thick chest, right? He has the longest bridge you have ever seen. His nose is really long, and he has an eyebrow that almost looks like it comes together like it's one. The prettiest greenish blue eyes you've ever seen. He had what we call a chin strap, and that means he has the whole beard that goes all the way around his face, around his mouth, down here under his and his hair. And she painted him, and that don't even give him that don't do him no justice. But that's him. Jesus is handsome. I don't care what nobody say, he's handsome. Let me see if you can see this.
That nigga lying.
Oh, I can definitely see it. Yeah.
That's him. But that's a painting. It doesn't do him any justice. That's him. That's Jesus. That is him. He's beautiful. He is absolutely, and he has a sense of humor.
So there you go, family. Do y'all see what this woman showed when she turned that phone around? This woman is lying. This woman is not telling the truth. Somebody come get y'all auntie. Come get y'all sister, man. Because like I told y'all a long time ago, the new thing that everybody was doing was called prophetic word. Prophetic word. Everybody was doing videos last year. It was all about prophetic word. The Lord spoke to me. The Lord said to me. The Lord came to me. The Lord told me to tell you. These people are lying, family. This stuff is for clicks and views. Why, when Yahshua or the Most High come to y'all according to y'all, is always a lie. But we know if the Most High truly come to you, he not gonna give you no lies to go tell people these lies. He gonna give you truth. It's gonna be something that's directly coming from the scriptures. But y'all have dreams and visions, and then when y'all go on y'all platform and tell the audience, it's all lies, it's nothing biblical. The Lord told me to tell you that next year it's gonna be 3 days of darkness, but it don't come. The Lord told me to tell y'all that a storm is coming. When the storm coming, it's coming next year, it don't happen. The Lord told me to tell you this your season. By next year, your bank account gonna be loaded with money. People still broke. All y'all who believe in this prophetic word, you still broke. Now you got people, every word they say, they come out their mouth. The Lord told me to tell you. The Lord spoke to me. The Lord came to me last night. The Lord was standing by my bed. He was waiting for me to get up. He said, oh, you up now. This is the most deceived generation out of all generations, man. because of social media, and this generation is goofy. This woman is sitting up here also talking about all the people she saw in hell. I want y'all to listen to this video. And if you notice, they never name people like Henry Kissinger. They don't name people like George Bush daddy and his granddaddy, I mean his mama. I apologize. Not his granddaddy, I mean his mama. But we thought Barbara Bush was a man. I'm just keeping it real. But that's the boy mama, not his granddaddy. I apologize for that. But I'm telling y'all that all this prophetic dreams and prophetic visions, this is the new norm. It's called deception. Many gonna be deceived, family. It's nothing we can do with these deceived people. The only thing you can do is keep your family, yourself, and those who have ears to hear on the narrow path. Most of these people gonna be deceived until the day they leave this earth, because this is what they want to do. This is where they want to be. They want to be deceived. They want to do these prophetic visions and dreams, and also people who listen to them, this is what they want to be and this is what they want to do. So you got to let people do what they want to do and let them be where they want to be. We ain't casting our pearls before swine, man. This woman ain't have no vision. This woman did not see the Lord. This woman is lying. You ain't see no Biggie in hell. It ain't even no hell right now. So why you only saw Biggie in hell? Why you ain't see no racist people in hell? Why you ain't see the people who was lynching black people back in the day in hell? Why you ain't see the people that was feeding babies to alligators for bait? Why you ain't see them in hell? Why you ain't see Margaret Sanger in hell, the one who was doing eugenics on black people? Why you only saw Biggie in hell? Make it make sense. Check this video out, family, and I'll be right back.
What were some other things that you saw that you remember?
I saw Biggie in hell. Yeah. I used to love Biggie Small. He used to have this song called Give Me One More Chance, and I used to love the extended remix. Oh, I used to be in the club, boy. That was my jam. 2016, I was in Dakar, Senegal, and I saw this particular female on Facebook. I won't call her name, but I saw her on Facebook, and she was professing to be a child of God, but she was at the wax museum, and she was hugging this wax
Figure.
doll,
Yeah.
whatever it was. She was hugging this copy of Biggie, saying, this should have been my husband. I said, Lord, what in the world? This woman's supposed to be a child of God. You in there talking about this ungodly man supposed to be your husband?
Mm.
An hour later, Jesus Christ took me from that room into hell. Hear me now. Hear my words. With no dream, for some of y'all saying I'm having dreams. With no vision, I was physically out of my body in hell, standing beside Jesus Christ himself. There's this cave-like area, and it was pitch black. And there was these two, the demons was almost the demons was darker than the darkness. You didn't even know it was demons there until you saw the whites of their eyes. That's how you knew that they was creatures. And these demons had to be 13, 14, 15 feet tall. And they were standing in front of a jail cell. A jail cell in hell. A jail cell in hell. The bars went up and down, and they were dug into the top of this cave-like area and then dug into the bottom. And it was just a carved out area of a cave room. And there was nothing in this room, just carved out area. And Biggie was holding the bars, but he was on fire from the inside. He was burning from the inside. Like somebody put a bomb in his belly, he exploded. And I saw him. And I'm standing there looking at him. And I asked Jesus, I said, Jesus, why is this man here? And these are the words Jesus said verbatim, is written on record in heaven. This is what he told me. He said, this man, he ain't even call him his name. He said, this man told me he didn't need me. This man went to a fetish priest and got charms he carried around in his pocket to become famous. And he said, this man.
Wait, what did you say?
This man went to a fetish priest and got charms that he put in his pocket that he carried around to become famous. You don't know nothing about that? Oh, America, America. There are witch doctors who are given a semblance of power by demons, by Satan himself. And it's practiced a lot in Africa and other countries.
Yes.
It's not practiced as much here,
Yes.
but it's practiced a lot in Africa, where there are real witch doctors. That's all they do 24/7, 365. They live in their little witch doctor huts or witch doctor tents, and they serve Satan. And they take these little charms. It could be an earring. It could be a piece of a rock. It could be a piece of a cloth. And they do incantations over this, whatever, over this charm. And they give it to the person. And demons follow that charm. And whatever that person asked of from that witch doctor, those demons make happen. That's it. That's what they do. And he believed he was a king. And Jesus said, but mostly it's because he told me he didn't need me. When Jesus finished speaking, them two demons, one demon told the other demon that he wasn't speaking in English. He was speaking this language I ain't never heard, but I knew what he was saying. He was saying, because he was pointing. They had staffs. They had poles. I don't know what's up with the staffs, but they had these staffs. And he was holding the staff with his right hand. He pointed. He said he was telling the other demon to get him out of that cell, and they're going to take him for more torment. So when they came out of the cell, fake king's robe appeared on him, fake crown. And they took him and put him in a juicer. Now, in the spirit realm, you have a permanent spirit body. In hell, you still feel like you have bones. You still feel like you have blood vessels. You still feel like you have the same organs you had here. But you don't, but you do, you feel it. And he felt the pain of breaking bone, muscles and ligaments and tendons, his skull being cracked and smashed. He felt that. And then it was all on the floor in a big mush pile. And then his body just came back together. And then they put him back in his cell. And when they put him back in his cell and closed the door, he exploded on fire. Like somebody put a bomb inside his chest and he exploded, but his body didn't do nothing. He was just burning from the inside. Yes, he's in hell. He told Jesus he didn't need him. Acts chapter 4, verse 12 is very clear. John 3:16 is very clear. For God so loved his word that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth on him shall not perish, but shall have everlasting life. Biggie didn't want him. He didn't want to have nothing to do with him. He told him, just like Marilyn Monroe told Jesus, I don't need you. You know how many people die in their sins telling Jesus they don't need him? Because they're deceived.
Man, do y'all not hear this foolishness? So you mean to tell me out of all the wickedness that Caucasian people have done, he chose Biggie to show her? Out of all the evil that Caucasian people have done, out of all the wickedness that the elite families have done, he didn't show her. These elite families who kidnap children and ship them all over the world for profit. He didn't show her all the wickedness of the Rothschilds, the Queen of England, all the wickedness that they did to our people. He showed her Biggie, when they used to cut babies out of black women's stomach and stomp on the head, when they used to snatch black men out of jail and lynch them and burn their bodies and cut off their genitals. Out of all the wickedness that Caucasian people have done to black people, he chose Biggie to show her, because Biggie said he don't need the Lord. So out of all these people who blaspheme Yahweh every day, Biggie was the worst of the worst. Do y'all not hear this foolishness, man? When you look at history, Biggie cannot compare to the history of what Caucasian people did to the Israelites. And I'm talking Israelites scattered all over the world. It cannot compare what the Arabs did to the Israelites, because we had an Arab slave trade. We had the transatlantic slave trade. Even the way that Ethiopia used to treat the Phoenician Jews, which is called the wandering Jews of Ethiopia, they used to do them bad. They was killing a lot of Israelites in Africa. So out of all the wickedness of other people, he showed her Biggie. He didn't show her nobody else. Don't y'all know that Henry Kissinger was so wicked and vile as a person? But he didn't show her him. He chose Biggie. What about those Ku Klux Klan members who bombed those beautiful little Israelite girls in that church? He didn't choose them. He chose Biggie. I want you to picture in your mind little infant babies. We talking infant babies who cannot talk, who cannot articulate themselves because they infant babies, right? So they can't express themselves. All they can do is cry. Cry. And these wicked Caucasian people used to tie a rope around the torso of a baby. The baby is crying, petrified, scared. They would take these infant Israelite babies and they would throw them in the river where the alligators were. And the alligator would snatch these babies so fast that the crying would stop like that. But he didn't choose them to show you. He chose Biggie. Out of all the bombing of where black people live at, all the harassment, putting laws in place to continue to harass, discriminate, kill, lynch, destroy black people, he chose Biggie, family. If y'all believe this woman, that's on you. But I know from reading this book that he said that many was going to come in the last days and show signs and wonders. Now you might look at this and say, no, this not no sign and wonder. She had a vision and a dream by the Lord. The woman is lying. Why did he choose Biggie? What did Biggie do so bad that he chose Biggie when he could have chose so many other people? I want to read something to y'all anyway, because hell is not created right now. There is no hell right now. Let me show you who going in hell before everybody. And I'm going to prove to you that hell is going to be in Jerusalem when Christ is sitting on his throne. Let me prove this real quick. I'm going to Revelation 19. Revelation 19. And let me go ahead and prove this real quick. That the first two people going in hell is the son of perdition and the temporal leader who was over the beast system with the false religious leader. He said these both was cast, meaning these two, these both. But y'all lying talking about you saw Biggie. This is Revelation 19 and verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he do judge and make war. His eyes was as a flame of fire, and on his head was many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name was called the Word of Elohim. This makes sense. Why? In John chapter 1 verse 1 it said the Word was made flesh. The Word was God, and the Word was with God. Who is that Word? Yahshua HaMashiach. For all y'all talking about y'all don't have a son, you have been woefully misinformed. Verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Elohim. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword. That's Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. The word is a double-edged sword. Verse 15. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he should rule them with a rod of iron. And he treaded the winepress, and the fierceness and wrath of Almighty Elohim. And he had on his vesture, and on his thigh, a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, Come, gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great Elohim, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beasts, and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse, and against his army. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, and with him the false prophet. Listen again. And with him. Who is the him? The temporal leader of the EU. Because you're going to have a leader over the economic part of the beast system, and you're going to have a false religious leader over the religious part of the beast system. That's why he said with him. Verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that have received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image, who was cast in the lake of fire. KJ, these both, no one man, these both was cast alive in the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. He said these both. So these are the first two people who will go in the lake of fire, but you saw Biggie. These two men are going to be Satan to the lake of fire, because Satan don't hit the lake of fire to win. Let's go to Revelations chapter 20, and let's see when Satan going in the lake of fire. Revelations 20, and I'm going to pick it up at verse 1. Revelations 20 and verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the keys of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So once Yahshua is ruling on the earth for 1,000 years, Satan is going to be bound. Why? Because it is called 1,000 years of peace, and he don't need Satan interfering with that peace. But once the 1,000 years is up, something happened. Go to verse 7. Verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city. And fire came down from Elohim out of heaven, and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstones, where the beast and the false prophet are. What did I just read that at? Revelation 19 said that these both was cast alive in the lake of fire. Then after the 1,000 years of peace, Satan was cast in with them. But y'all lying, talking about y'all saw people in hell, when hell ain't even established right now. Let's go to Isaiah 66, so I can show you where hell gonna be at. Since the Lord is giving y'all all these prophetic visions and dreams, and I know y'all lying. Celestra is the biggest liar out of you all, because the Lord speak to her every day, even though she got the Bible right there. Why did the Lord compile all this great book just to talk to you every day, when he talked to you through his word? He don't need to talk to me. I can read his word and hear his voice, but not y'all. He talked to y'all all the time. Isaiah 66, man. Hey, let me show y'all that hell is going to be in Jerusalem. All we have to do is read the book. It'll give you the answer that you're looking for. Isaiah 66. And I'm about to prove that hell is going to be established in Jerusalem when Yahshua is sitting on the throne of David. Now remember what I read in Revelations chapter 19, that these both was cast alive in a lake of fire. Can I prove that in Isaiah 66? Yes, I can. I'm going to Isaiah 66, and I'm going to pick it up at verse 21. Verse 21. And it reads, and I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, said the Elohim. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, said your Elohim, so should your seed and your name remain. And it should come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another. I thought we don't have to keep the Sabbath day, Corey. Boy, you is a goofball. I'm talking about that smart Christian guy. He said we don't have to keep the Sabbath, but Yahshua just said from one Sabbath to another Sabbath. Let me say that again to that boy that is goofy. Corey is teaching y'all that we don't got to keep the Sabbath. But all the way in Isaiah 66, when Yahshua is sitting on the throne, he said from one new moon to another and one Sabbath to another. I thought we don't have to keep the Sabbath, Corey. Boy, y'all are a deceived generation, boy. Stay away from me. For real. Stay away from me. All y'all deceived people. Don't bring your foolishness to me. Because I'm going to tell you to hit the link. And if you don't hit the link, I'm going to block you. Because you talk too much. You believe anything. I don't want to talk to the deceived people. Stay away from me. Most of y'all don't got ears to hear anything. You deceive. You're listening to lies. Lies get views, not truth. Verse 23 again. And it should come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Elohim. So when all the nations are coming up to worship Yahshua, because all nations have to come up, verse 24, and they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men, not man, but men. In our Revelation 19, these both was cast alive in the lake of fire. So when the nations are coming up, what they gonna do, Lord? They are going to look at the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, for their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be abhorrent unto all flesh. So you're gonna be able to see them. That's why when you come up to worship Yahshua, you're gonna see these men burning, and they're gonna be abhorrent unto all flesh. So how do you see them underground when he is telling you they're going to be abhorrent unto all flesh? So if something is abhorrent to you, you can see it. You're looking at it, and it is terrifying you. These two men will be the first two to go to the lake of fire. And when the nations are coming up, he said, they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses. So how you gonna look at something that's underground? Common sense is just not coming. This is your brother K. Judah, who will continue to roar against Christianity. Salute, family.
White Jesus in a Sunday suit, shiny shoes, but the fit's astute, sweating through the sacred hour, looking for some baby powder. Why Jesus needs baby halo slipping, hair's a mess. Prayers don't cool, they just confess. Golden sandals, burning feet, heaven's AC, skip this heat. Dust it on, dust it on, oh divine. Powder saves like the bread and wine. Why Jesus needs baby powder. Holy heat's getting louder, louder. Oh Savior, can't you see the plight? Sweat stains turning robes tonight. Angels fan him with their wings, but still he drips like earthly kings. He whispers soft, bring me relief. Powder's grace beneath the greed.
What do you think the secret to life is?
The secret? Ain't no secret. Stop being disobedient to the Almighty. Period.